Welcome to a slice of Italy gone off-road. Because if you complete skill mode in all 12 Horizon realms, you can go ahead and grab yourself the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. I've not done that, so I've had to buy this one. Anyway, from stock, this thing has 602 brake horsepower, 413 foot-pounds of torque, and weighs an almighty 3,593 pounds. It's very heavy indeed. So taking a look at the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato, we've got a few, I guess, like over fenders and some rally-style side skirts and wheels and tyres. But going to the front, if you can just barely see, there's a small set of rally lights on the front of that thing and a scoop on the top as well. Although the outside's changed a lot, going to the inside, well, there's not much different, I can't lie. But let's go ahead now and take a listen to the 5.2 litre V10. So here are now in the upgrade shop. We're going to jump straight over to conversions and over to engine swaps to see what we have. There's only two available, and they are the 6.5 litre V12 alongside the racing V12. So going over to drivetrain now, you can go ahead and make this thing a rear wheel drive should you wish to. I don't know why you would, but apparently you can. And as if a massive 5.2 litre V12 wasn't enough, you can also go ahead and either twin turbo or supercharge this thing. As for aero and appearance, going to the front, we've got a couple options. We can go ahead and take the rally lights off. We can go ahead and throw them back on again with some, I guess, Forza aero as well. Or we can go ahead and take off the lights and just go for a regular Forza aero. Well, there's no tow hook on the front, so I think it might have been specially designed for this car. Going over to the back, we have an option for just the Forza rear wing, which is honestly, you know, a bit sad considering the amount of thought they put into the front of this thing. But hey, I guess we should be glad we got some custom aero. In the meantime though, Mac has been very busy making this little off-road rally build for us. Let's go ahead, bring up the share code real quick. There it is. Feel free to go ahead and grab that for yourself. We're going to go ahead and do that, install it, and see what we've got. So with those upgrades, we're now even lighter than before at 2,910, and we also have ourselves 677 horsepower to boot. So those upgrades installed, here we are now over at the paint shop. Let's go ahead and check advanced. We've got nothing for advanced paint groups this time around, but we do have a lot of manufacturer colors. We have ourselves a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different colors, and I've got to say, I kind of like this one. I can't lie. I don't know why, it just kind of suits the car, and also going up to the purple as well. It's certainly different, shall we say. Now, I've been lucky enough to see a lot of Huracans in the past. I've got to say they look and sound amazing, but I've not had the luxury of being able to see one of these in person yet. In fact, I've just looked up on Auto Trader while we've been waiting for everything to load, and I can't even find one for sale yet. Although we will cover how many were made and the cost of them in just a few moments' time. And away we go. Let's go ahead and take this thing for a little bit of I guess a little bit of rally, see what we can do with this thing. I know what you're thinking, rally, and we're starting out on tarmac. Where's the dirt? Well, don't you worry, the dirt will be up here in just a bit, and I don't know how I got that checkpoint. Right, come on, let's try and see if we can get some spaces. We got one, which, to be fair, is better than nothing. Now, I said earlier about how much these things cost, all the numbers and all that, and well, if you wanted to buy one of these things brand new, you'd need to have very, very deep pockets, because these things can cost approximately £232,000, which is this in US dollar. And if you want to buy one used, the prices can skyrocket all the way up to over 300,000. Which again is this in US dollar. So if you want one of these things, they are very, very expensive. By the way, through all the explanation about the price, you somehow ended up in first. But the facts and figure work don't stop there, because while this thing is hideously expensive, it's also hideously rare as well, with only 1,499 ever being made, and only 99 of those making its way over to the UK. So if you happen to spot one of these, consider me jealous. In the meantime though, the finish line is just up here, and across we go, roughly about 180 miles an hour at first place, and let's see, a time of 2 minutes 13. So I've got to say that was a very interesting race indeed, and it did get very, very close between the top three at the end, but we did still manage to pull out a victory. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the backstage vote, because this week we've got ourselves the Toyota AT38 and the Renault Clio from 2016 versus the Ford Ranger Raptor and Ford Fiesta. So it's a double Ford on the right hand side, and because the Focus made it in last week, let's try and see if we can get the Fiesta there too. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, while I've been waffling about all that, Mac has been very busy making us a drag team for this thing, so let's go ahead, bring up the share code of that really quickly. There it is. Feel free to go ahead and grab that for yourself. We're going to go ahead, download it, and see what we've got. Don't know why, but I feel like I've said that already. So with those upgrades, we're now even lighter at 2,736 pounds, and we're making a nearly 1,200 brake horsepower out of this thing, and we're barely in the top of S2. Right, here we are now over at the back of the festival. Let's go ahead and see, do we get a wheelie check out of this thing? I mean, kinda, yeah, we do. Not much, but it's still something. If only I had that many credits. Anyway, let's go ahead now and get ourselves up to the edge of the drag strip, get ourselves onto launch control, and away we go with this thing. Let's go ahead and see what we get out of something which has a nearly 1,200 brake horsepower. Clearly something set off at the same time as us as well. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Through the camera at 204, and off the end of the drag strip at 225. Still no brakes, but we did win against the other car. Right, here we are now over back in the upgrade shop once again, because now it's our turn to go ahead and have a little bit of fun. So we're going to go ahead and chuck in the 6.5 litre V12. We're also going to go ahead and make this thing twin turboed and try and see what we can do with making this thing a little bit of a top speed build. While we're at it, let's go ahead and take this thing off the chunky tyres and put on some good ones. So with all this stuff installed, we are now sat at £3,174 with over 1,500 brake horsepower. This thing's going to be nuts. However, now I'm stuck with the fun part of trying to tune 1,500 brake horsepower into a 6-speed gearbox. Oh dear. However, before we go any further, here is this week's Forzathon shop. We've got ourselves the McLaren Speedtail, a Horizon backstage pass, the Foghorn's car horn, which sounds a bit like this. Very loud indeed. We also have ourselves the Mercedes AMG GTR, the Grit Reaper's biker helmet, the Horizon Super Wheel Spin, and the regular Horizon Wheel Spin as well. And now, out to the motorway. Now, as ever, it's time to see if we've got ourselves anywhere close to the motorway grades, and we are really quite far away from it. It's been a while since I started doing this and I still don't get it right. Right, here we are now at the motorway. Let's go ahead, get ourselves onto launch control, and away we go. 1,500 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual, just over 3,000 pounds of weight in this thing. Let's go ahead and see what top speed we can get. And hopefully while avoiding the traffic cars too. And out we go, 272.37 through the speed zone. We are still accelerating and we've got the downhill and speed camera to go, so we could get some very good results indeed. Or at least that's what I'm hoping for. Right, any second we should hopefully see. There's the camera, 275.08 going downhill, 266 or 276 rather, 277 going downhill. Do we get anything more than that? Nope, just 277 as our top speed. There's the motorway sign. Let's go ahead, get ourselves onto the brakes. Let's see, do we get a good stopping distance? I mean, actually, yeah, we actually did pretty good. And now we've got one more thing to do. If you said drifting, you're absolutely right. Let's go ahead, chuck this thing into the drift zone and see what we get. Hopefully something good. 30,000 is the base average for these cars. Hopefully we can kind of excel that, and we do. 47,131. A slight dent from the wall, but we don't talk about that. Right, let's go ahead and chuck this thing in now for round number 2. 42,000 is of course the score to beat. Can we do it? I don't know, considering we just bounced off the bridge, but we did get close at 40,045. Even though we hit the bridge, that's still kind of impressive. In the meantime though, that is the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. Quite a car indeed, and like I said earlier, it is available as an Accolade Reward for completing skill zone, or the skill mode rather, in all 12 Horizon realms. And the best thing is, because it's a part of Horizon Realms, it also means it was added to the game for free. And I've got to say, the fact you can get so much power out of this thing is absolutely insane. In the meantime though, thank you very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. I don't know what just flew past me, apparently it was a Jaguar. In the meantime though, that's all for this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Tech out. See ya. Right, now I have to pick up a GTR.